In this video, I'm going to show you how I made this planter box out of cedar fence pickets. The fence pickets I'm using are 5.5 inches wide by 6 foot long.
3 inches.
I'm going to take one board and rip it to 3 inches. The other part of the board will be 2 3/8 of an inch wide. These fence pickets are 5/8 of an inch thick. I'll leave a copy of the parts list at the end of the video. When I nail the two together to form an L shape, this will give me 3 inch by 3 inch legs. Cutting it, now I can put this piece on this side, and now I have a 3 inch by 3 inch leg. First I'll cut off the end with the dog ear. Then I cut all of my leg pieces at 17.5. That's so I can get all 4 pieces out of a 6-foot piece of board. Now I want the box to be 9 inches deep with the top rail. That'll give me 8 3/8 left, so I'm going to cut my side boards to 4 3/16. I will need 3 boards for the front, back, and sides. Now I'm going to cut the 4 small side pieces. I want the box to be 11 inches. So I'm going to subtract for the front and back pieces, which will be 1 1/4 inches. So I will cut the pieces at 9 3/4. I don't have a stop block, so I'm going to make a mark on the fence so I can cut all the pieces the same. Now I want the box to be 30 inches long. So I will cut the 4 pieces for the front and back at 30 inches. Now you're going to see I'm cutting 2 pieces at the same time. That's because I don't know how to do basic math and made too many parts. If you follow the cut sheet at the end of the video, you won't be cutting double parts like this. I'm going to use 1/4 inch galvanized crown staples, 1 inch long, to put the planter box together. In my opinion, it holds everything together tighter and it holds it better than brad nails. I'm also going to glue everything together with Titebond 3 exterior wood glue. I'm going to start off by putting my legs together. For this, I'm going to put the 2 3/8 and the 3 inch boards together to form the leg. So the piece comes out 3 inch by 3 inch. You have to make sure you put the 3 inch board on top of the 2 3/8. This is the board that's 2 3/8 wide. And you can see here I'm placing the 3 inch on top of the 2 3/8. Before I start putting anything together, I'm going to paint the legs. The color I'm using is a dark bronze. It's a Pittsburgh paint, and I'll leave the formula in the description. I don't like cleaning my brushes, especially when I know I'm going to use it again soon, so I wrap it in a damp rag. While I'm waiting for the legs to dry, I'm going to cut my pieces for the top rail. The top rail will be 2¼ inches wide. I'll rip one board and get 2 pieces out of it. Now I'll pre-paint 2 edges on one side. I'm going to put a 45-degree chamfer on these so that when I put them together it'll look like 2 separate boards instead of just one. And I'm only going to put the chamfer on the face edge. That's how they'll look when they're put together. Now that the legs are dry, I'm ready to start putting them together. I'm going to start with the long side first. I'm going to glue and staple them together with 1-inch staples. I'm just double checking to make sure the staples didn't come through. Cedar's a soft wood. If they did pop through, I'd have to make an adjustment on the gun to not set the nail so deep. Now I'll stand the front and back up so I can attach the side pieces. Now I'm going to take another full board and cut 6 11-inch pieces out of it. This will make up the bottom of the box. So I can cut them the same without measuring. I'm going to put a little tick mark at 11 inches on the back fence of the saw. Now I'm ready to start attaching the bottom. I'm also going to glue and staple these on. And I'm going to work the two outsides in. When I attach the next piece, I'm going to leave a little gap so that if I want to fill this with dirt instead of putting a planter pot into it, it'll have some drainage. Now, so I don't have a small rip to put in, I'm going to take the dimension between these two and split the difference on the last two boards and cut those the same. There was 8 inches of space left, and I didn't want these to fit tight, so I made the cuts at 3 7/8. That's what it looks like on the inside of the box. Now I'm ready to put the top cap on. And I'll start by putting a 45-degree miter on one side. I'll start by lining the miter up with the inside corner of the box. Then on the other side, I'll mark the inside corner of the box onto the board, and that'll be my next miter cut. Now I'll make sure it fits before I glue it into place. And I'm making sure I put the painted edge down. I'm also making the top rail flush with the inside of the box. Now I'll turn the box around and measure and cut all the pieces the same way. Then I'll glue and nail them. Now I'm going to flip it on its side, and so you don't see the end grain of the bottom, I'm going to cut a 2 1/4 inch piece of board and cover that up. I'm also going to put a 45-degree transfer on both sides of these boards. Next, I'll mark these and cut them to fit. Now I'll glue it up and nail it on. I'm going to nail this into the bottom pieces and the sides just to tie everything together really well. Now I'll do the same thing for the rest of the sides. Before I finish painting the top rail, I'm going to put a 45-degree chamfer on it. Now I'll finish painting it. If you don't pre-paint the top rails, you can get all of the parts for this box out of 6 boards. If you'd like a copy of the parts list, send me an email at doityourselfwithjoe@gmail.com and I'll send you a copy. Or just take a screenshot of the screen.